Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. If you are new here, my name is Pedro and in today's video I bring you another lot for my challenge of building Mount Komorebi. So we will have start with a speed build and then we will have a tour of the final building. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So before we jump straight in this building, I want to let you know today we are using Snowy Escape, of course, because this is located in Mount Komorebi. We are using base game and we are using City Living. If you don't know, City Living have a world by herself when it was released. It's called San Maicino, and City Living brought us an open window of fresh air at the time. It brought us more inclusivity. Of course, it's kind of controversial, depends of your point of view, but was the first pack who brought us, for example, new ways to play. So it have apartments, it have a karaoke bar, and that is what I thought it could be amazing to mix with Snowy Escape. City Living is actually being a lot of fun. If you are a follower of this channel, you know I'm making other series on the top of this one where I built some lofts and changed the apartments coming with that expansion, and it's being a lot of fun. But in this way is the first time I'm using City Living actually in this kind of series, and to make a community lot. So this is a community lot, is going to be a karaoke bar, and it's perfect to mix with Snowy Escape. City Living at the time brought us another really interesting feature, was introduced the festivals, and right now if you have City Living and Snowy Escape, we can kind of compare both of them because both of them have their kind of festivals. Unfortunately and sadly, my opinion about the festivals in Snowy Escape, they are quite they are not well done, and it's hardly compared to the ones in City Living, because I think it's much more cultural diversity in the City Living expansion and festivals and the items, and we see here, and that's why I decided to include it. And people around the world, everywhere, you like to go to karaoke. If you have the opportunity to do it with some friends and family, it's always a lot of fun. And in Asia, it's a very funny things, and they have like inspiring places to go with some different teams. And for example, in London, where I was living before, they have the same thing. They have like, you have a bar outside and then have some booths where you can go, and is the karaoke. And the vibe of this build was to, so this build is located in the most recent, modern, industrialized place of Mount Komorebi. So it's on the right side on the bottom. I think here before I had made the Mount Komorebi market, but was a building very traditional compared to this one. So I decided to move the market to another place. I didn't replace it. It will still be in my videos and in my Mount Komorebi because I really enjoy it to make some retail shops. I think it's a lot of fun, but I thought this was more the vibe of this slot. Is near to the train station, you have more tourism. It was much more easier to include this here than, for example, in the most traditional part of Mount Komorebi. I used a bunch of items I never used before. I actually never made a karaoke bar before, and when I was play testing, I was like, what I have been missing. It's a lot of fun seeing the Sims singing awfully and badly until they have a higher singing level. I'm not entirely sure, but probably singing was introduced with this pack. It was not based game already. I really don't know when the skill was introduced, because you could be a singer before, I think. but was the first time I did a karaoke bar. This is a mix between Japanese and industrial vibe. So I imagined this before to be some kind of industry who was finishing their operation here, and then was an empty building, and someone bought it and built this karaoke bar, but still keeping the vibe of the industrial aesthetic. We see that on the lights. We see, for example, this gate with the art outside, like the urban art was something introduced in City Living too. I never used it before. I know there exists, and was the first time I used that gate, and I think it matched perfectly here. I'm not gonna lie, I was quite skeptic when I was doing this building because I didn't know much how to do it. It's been kind of tough times lately, and I wanted to make something for this challenge of building Mt.Komorebi. It's been a while I didn't make something, and of course I want to finish. And I didn't know exactly. I had the idea, but I didn't know exactly how to perform that idea. And at the end, it went very pretty and very well. You will see everything. I will show you everything, and it's a lot of fun for you to have a karaoke bar. At the beginning, I was thinking to put the basement with the bowling alleys. The problem is, almost until the end I wanted to do it, but then I put different things in the basement. So I dedicated completely this to City Living and the karaoke. The problem putting here the bowling alley is the Sims will not use it, because normally you need to have a normal bar, and because this is a karaoke bar, when you came here, so the rest of the community came here, they will go to the bar and they will use the karaoke, but then the bowling alley will be completely empty. You can keep in mind, you can change, you can add it if you want. I always like to mix and give some more usability to the community lots, because sometimes I don't want to make 10-12 community lots in one world. So if I can mix and match more than one thing, I will definitely do it to give more usability to the shortness, like 5 or 4 community lots I will build for this world. As you can see, I use these trees, the planters, we have the tiles. I decided to use it. I never used it before, but because I saw the leak of the courtyard Moroccan style and have all of this mosaic planters, and I was like, actually we have something similar in the game already. I never use it. Of course, the fountain have an elephant. Came everything with City Living, so it's more Indian style and inspiration, so it's not so much as what I was looking here to mix City Living with No Escape, so to mix more the industrial with the Japanese vibe I was looking for. As you can see, I'm doing a little bit of a pond here, so I went to debug. I put a lot of stones around. It ended up to be really pretty. I put some lanterns from the Lantern Festival, so the Festival of Light, I think is that the name. They show up in the river, so you have that in debug, and I put it here to bring some more Japanese vibe to the environment around. I have some ladders, but was not to be used. Of course, you can use it and go to the roof, but the objective of having the ladders was purely aesthetic of the building, to show more industrial side of it. And I love the items and the mixing. Actually, mixing City Living with Snowy Escape is a really good pack to mix together, and I think it's because of the culture introduction. Of course, some people will say it's not enough, some people say it's not good, but I think at the time, this was the third expansion to be released, and was was a breeze air of the game, of the inclusivity and culture of other countries, and I think it's a good pack, and brings the apartments. It's of course evergreen now. With the eco lifestyle have apartments too, but you can't even compare with the San Maicino ones. And I really like San Maicino. It's not my favorite pack, but I have some special care about it, and I love the apartments. I like to make apartments because one of my favorite things to do is gardens and outside, but it takes so long, it takes so much time to put the greenery down. It's so expensive, and sometimes living in apartments and building apartments is kind of a quick pass, and I love that. Just like I want to build something, I fancy build something, but then I start building a house, and then I think, oh, I have so much to do, and this is so big, and I need to make a garden, and I need to decorate it inside. And one good thing about apartments is you can't change the outside walls. Some people will say that is bad. I will say that is good. So you are like kind of restrict to what you are given, and that makes the challenge fun, and it's easier to do it, and then you just need to lay out. I really enjoyed city living. For example, compared to Snowy Escape, I think playability, city living, it's much better than Snowy Escape. I've been feeling kind of disappointed with Snowy Escape. Unfortunately, you have beautiful built by, so furniture, but gameplay wise, it's kind of, it's not my style. It's not. It's kind of empty. It's kind of poor, and I don't know if that was affected by the pandemic we were last year and still now, and if that affect the end result. And like, I almost feel Snowy Escape should have been a game pack, and I don't want to devalue all the things coming with this pack because it's beautiful at the end, and the world is beautiful. It's a completely different vibe of what we had before, but comparing with other packs, I feel really unfortunately disappointed a little bit with Snowy Escape, but I feel to regain love for this pack after finish this challenge and finish all the builds in Mt.Komorebi. So here we are seeing the outside. We see the ground floor already. We have a main stage kind of thing where is the bar. So this floor is where is the bar, and you see it, and you have kind of competitions. We have the big karaoke with a television, and here we jumping already in the basement. This basement, I decided to make it kind of the way I went when I was in London in the karaoke places, and it's like booths, rooms with different parties can go on. You rent it for 1 hour and you can enjoy with friends the karaoke. So that was the inspiring thing, instead of putting, of course, the bowling alleys. So we have here more private rooms, and one thing I noticed is this sometimes have kind of it's like a competition where you can win a prize with the karaoke. So if you have more places to sing, it's easier for you to find a free spot to perform and participate in that competition. Because I noticed the one in San Maicino, the karaoke place, it have a lot of karaoke tables, but they are always so crowded, and I feel like this could be a good match for participating in that kind of event. Of course, I decided to make different colors for these rooms to bring more like a theme on each room. One is pink, one is yellow, the other one is bluish greenery, and yeah, it's it looks amazing at the end. I really enjoy it. We're using these lights. These lights came from base game, so this like focus light. I changed the colors when I came here before I put to play test this building and before I put in the gallery, of course. We will have a tour, more detailing of this building. I cut some things from this speed build because it was kind of long and it was kind of necessary, like bathrooms and corridors. So was not something you will see in a speed build, but definitely I will show you that in the tour. We're using some art. The art coming on City Living pack is almost like Get Famous. They are beautiful. I really like the art coming in City Living and have different arts in one art piece, so you can select different types of art in one art piece, and is beautiful. It's very industrialized. It is very beautiful. I really like the art, and I like the horse. You have like a statue of a horse, like a, it's almost like a vase texture kind of thing, but it's a horse and it's beautiful. I didn't use on this building because I think was not appropriated to it, but it was one of my favorite pieces coming with this pack. Here we will have a second, but here on the second floor I wanted to be more private and not so much as a show, so we have a second big booth of karaoke, but I didn't want it to be so flashed out as the main floor is, because it's like the stage to perform and the Sims can sit around. You have a lot of skill build items. I did it on purpose. You have a piano, you have microphones, you have chess tables, you have the bubble bar. I never used the bubble bar in another buildings. No, I'm lying. I think I use it in my Indian inspired home in New Crest, but it's very rare use that kind of items. We are almost finished this speed build, and without further ado, we're gonna jump in the tour of this building. So here we are in the final building, and I decided to make this tour at night because I think it looks so pretty. It's really pretty. You have a wonderful view. This neighborhood is called Wakaba, and here is where is the train station there in the corner. I think it makes perfect sense and it matched pretty well with this environment. So outside we have a bunch of things. You see, I included, like, you can make some coin outside if you want to play some instrument. We have a barbecue here. You have the lanterns, as I told you, with a little bit of a pond. We can see already a little bit inside, and here is the back of the building. On this side we have the gate, but we have just the empty gate, so you can actually perform art here if you want to train your art. And let's dive inside of this building. Oh, my sim is singing already. So I decided to include a lot of posters outside, kind of publicity, and you know, like concerts and people who came here. And let's see what will result inside. When we go inside, we have straight away the big stage and an open ceiling to the second floor, and we see the bar. It's beautiful, this bar. We have a wonderful view with this big windows through the little pond and the lanterns, and it's really beautiful. I just can't imagine to make a playthrough here and have my Sims came here and like take some screenshots with this view. It's beautiful. Here is the bar and all the decorations. We used some posters from City Living. I took them from Debug, and of course here is the main stage where everything happened, and you can do karaoke in groups or individually. It's up to you. If we go through this door, we have a little balcony where you can rest, enjoy if it's a good sky like today and star. Of course, we have the beans, and I wanted to include the chess table. It's not the perfect place because you will be on the side of the beans, but was to give some more skill-built items here. And if we go here to the other side, we have this massive gate. It's beautiful. I love this gate. And if we go up the stairs, we have the second floor where we have more karaoke happening here. And we have, of course, the view from the outside and access to a second balcony. And here is where we have the bubble bar, and we have some art happening around if you want to use the painting. So, and if we go down the stairs, we have this corridor. It's so pretty. It's so like star-like. You have these mirrors. You can see the booths inside, and if you have some parties, to see the empty one. We will see all of them in more detail in a second. Here we have the bathrooms, nothing special. Here is toilets, all of them, so nothing to see here. It's just a normal bathroom. If we go through this first room, is the pink room, and very girly and very inspired, and I really like it. I love the posters and the update made to these posters. We have a big screen and a fireplace because we are in Mt.Komorebi at the end. If we go here to this side, we have the blue one, and it looks like this. We have a bunch of posters. And if we go to this one, is of course the yellow one, or gold, whatever you want to be. And yes, this will wrap it up, the building today. I'm really happy with the end result. So it's turning day, so we're gonna have a look how it looks at day actually. And this is the building for today. It's a karaoke bar, and of course it will be in the gallery. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and this building. If you are interested to have this building, I will leave direct links in the description down below. And thank you so much for watching, and to be here and to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like if you like this building and this video. Just subscribe to have more content like this, and I will see you all in the next one.